congratulations, I can't believe you got that on air. And he said, I can't believe it got on either. And I called Tyrell, I called Braverman, and Braverman was like, man, there's major pressure getting put on because I don't want to get into it with you now. And then I learned more from other people since then. And now, because the congressman shot his mouth off, Cohen, I know some of the behind the scenes, guys in suits breaking into things, things being stolen, and threats. And Homeland Security went directly to Time Warner, and they've just decided to shut the whole thing down. So we kept wondering, how'd this get on air? The decision in certain quarters were made, let Ventura do it. You know, no one will believe it. See, they know that people are waking up. So they know the market's so big. The establishment's answer is, okay, let them go ahead and talk about it. We have the power. They'll never wake up. But go ahead and cover it. And then the show got top ratings on Wednesday nights. So they moved it to Fridays, hoping it would hurt the ratings. That's the dead zone. Still got great ratings. And now they're just killing it. And I'll be surprised if the show comes back next year, or if it does, it's going to be, and I don't think Ventura will do it, chupacabras and flying saucers. And I know Ventura is going to be like, I'm not doing it, no. I've talked to him. You've heard him on air a few weeks ago, last interview he did before he left the country in the winter to go surfing down in Mexico. And he just said, well, if they don't want it on, Alex, if they don't want it on, that's the way it is. I did my best. So, I mean, I've done my best. But we put something real on TV, and you're not going to be seeing it anymore. Because this country isn't as free as we thought. Or call straight ahead. Stay with us.
If you own a septic system, or if you're facing costly septic system replacement, this message is for you. When you want to stop paying for pump outs and avoid backups, when you've had enough of the foul odors and costly repairs, use BioSafe One Septic Solution. Now there's an easy-to-use, 100% guaranteed answer to all your septic system problems. BioSafe One Septic Solution. BioSafe One is patented and made specifically for all septic systems, and made by the same team of scientists who helped clean up the Exxon Valdez oil spill. BioSafe One decontaminates and removes sludge, stops costly pump outs and repairs, and removes septic system stench, all with a 100% success rate. See what gives BioSafe One Septic Solution the advantage over any other septic product at biosafeone.com. That's BIOSAFEONE.com. biosafeone.com. Or call toll-free 1-866-424-6663. That's 1-866-424-6663. BioSafe One, the guaranteed bio-friendly, money-saving way to clean your septic system.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Gun sales are on a staggering pace. Gun prices are going through the roof, and that means desperate, vicious criminals now want your guns and will do anything to get them. Now, a new book reveals powerful secrets for hiding your guns from thieves and looters. You'll learn step-by-step, battle-hardened techniques, where to hide your guns so criminals will never find them, how to create the perfect hiding place, as well as the places you should never hide your guns, under any circumstance. These and other closely guarded gun caching secrets are guaranteed to keep your weapons safe and out of sight when the going gets tough. But listen up. For security reasons, the Hide Your Guns book and even the website may disappear without warning at any time. Go to hideyourguns.com. That's hideyourguns.com. Or call 877-327-0365 before they come for your guns. Hideyourguns.com right now. Right now.
Go solar for cheap. Want to use solar power but the price is too high? Now you can build your own solar panels for less than $200 at 123cheapsolar.com. Don't laugh. We've sold over 45,000 solar do-it-yourself kits. Watch the step-by-step videos that even non-handyman types can use. We offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to 123cheapsolar.com or call 800-713-0486. 800-713-0486. Reduce your foreign oil dependency when you go green with 123cheapsolar.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Jonathan in Kansas, thank you for holding, sir. You're on the air worldwide on 111 or 11111. So 111111. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Alex, it's funny how this guy Chip Burley attacks us and people in the truth movement. It's interesting. He cites the Southern Poverty Law Center, and he goes on to say that it's partly anti-Semitic, but and he's citing the Defamation Center or whatever, and they point out to Ayn Rand, who's Jewish. So which is it? Is it that they're with Ayn Rand, or that they're...
See, the psychology is even more sophisticated. The Southern Poverty Law Center has been caught not just infiltrating, but heading up Elohim City, where McVeigh was at, and others. And so what happens is they inject anti-Semitism, that, everything is anti-Semitism, to the point of people getting sick of hearing about it, and then actually putting the idea into people's heads, and then Jews get persecuted, and then that makes Jews give even more money to the ADL, or Southern Poverty Law Center. ADL especially, that's their model. And so, again, it's basic psychology. And the globalists know psychology. That's why they're so hard to beat. But being aware of the tricks is how it operates. But basically, you don't like government health care. You don't like the private Federal Reserve. You don't like people trying to take your guns and private property. You are a Nazi. Or you hate black people. And it's just cold-bloodedly used as a political weapon. And then people politically correctly just go, okay, I'll do whatever you say. I'll keep my mouth shut. Please don't call me racist. But the good news is people are sick of hearing about it. They're tired of it. They see through it. And then the government goes out and funds the more radical white supremacist groups and others to make them look extremely crazy and dangerous, so that there can then be calls for more restrictions on free speech. I mean, they figured this out. I mean, just like the government had Hal Turner running around calling for violence for more than a decade. And he was a protege along with Fox News host Sean Hannity. And it turned out he was the highest level national security asset. But really good points, Jonathan. Anything else?
Yes. Also, notice how Chip Burley, Amy Goodman keeps asking him if he has evidence, and he keeps speculating, which is interesting considering that he's theorizing of a right-wing conspiracy while attacking conspiracy theorists.
Well, I mean, David Icke is anything but right-wing. I mean, he goes to Africa with medicine men and sits there in, like, long dances and rituals crying his eyes out. I mean, let me tell you, David Icke's effective because you believe all of what he says, or 95% or none of it, but the guy is for real. He really believes what he's saying. Believe me, award-winning, Oscar-winning best actors can't. I mean, I've seen videos of Icke just bawling, how much he loves the African people. and all the rest of it. I mean, if anything, he's a real bleeding heart, and they're calling him a far right-wing guy. It's asinine. I appreciate your call, Jonathan. Joey in Jersey, you're on the air.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right, I got a question here. I want your opinion on this. With the SPLC coming out and blaming David Icke first, rather with me, I would sit you and him down first, like with Alex Jones and with David Icke. Why would they push him more under the bus first rather than yourself? Because the way I would look at it, like I would go and attack you first before David Icke with him talking about the reptilian race and everything. And it's just really confusing, and you have to take a step back.
Well, I think that Potok was saying that because he could make a connection to Icke, because the guy talked about conscious dreaming, which I guess Icke has talked about some, but so have a lot of other people. So I think that's why. And the guy talked about the individual against the world, which a lot of crazies have, not just people that are into liberty. And so they were trying to make whatever connections they could. I mean, I instantly, before the media even picked up on it, I said, didn't Palin put crosshairs on districts? And I tend to remember Arizona being one of the big ones. And sure, we put that in our article. We said, will the media go with this? And sure enough, they were, by the time we got our article out, they were doing the same thing. But we were just looking at who would they blame. So it was whoever they could make tenuous connections to. This sheriff is in a lot of trouble because he had nothing to link Limbaugh. I mean, Limbaugh's pretty milquetoast. He's certainly not calling for violence. So it's just like Oklahoma City when they blame Limbaugh. I mean, they're basically blaming anybody and everybody they don't like.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit efoodsdirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup, insurance, and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the